Am I the asshole for making my sister's gender reveal cake gray because she wouldn't tell me the gender? All right, let's get into it. I bake. Not just cupcakes in the oven bake. I mean bake. I'm talking tiered wedding cakes, fondant sculptures, perfect buttercream kind of bake. It started as a hobby, but now people literally pay me under the table for it. I've done weddings, baby showers, and birthdays where people cry when they see the cake. Baking is my pride and joy. So naturally, when my sister got pregnant, she's like, "Hey, you have to make the cake for our gender reveal." And of course, I said yes. I was honestly excited. This was going to be one of those Pinterest perfect moments. You know, pink or blue inside, everyone screams, people record it, confetti cannons go off, the works. So I go, "All right, just tell me the gender so I can plan the inside." She goes, "Oh no, I want to be surprised too. Just make it neutral and we'll all find out together." At this point, I just stare at her, like, how are you going to be surprised if no one knows the gender? I ask, wait, so who's gonna tell me? I kinda need to know to bake the cake. She says, "Don't worry, someone will email it to you later." Okay, sounds fine. Someone will email it. Simple. So I wait. A few days go by. No email, no text. No call. I check my spam folder, my DMs, my smoke signals, nothing. I text her, "Hey, has someone sent me the info?" She replies, "Yeah, someone's taking care of it." And for some reason, I trusted that. I thought, all right, someone's got it covered. Fast forward to the day before the party. Still no info. At this point, I'm sitting in my kitchen surrounded by flour and sugar, trying to decide if I should just bake 2 cakes and make them fight for dominance. So I text her again. "Hey, just making sure, did anyone ever email me?" She says, I think so. Let me check." And that was the last message I got before she stopped replying. Now I've got a deadline and I can't just not show up with a cake. So I think fine. She said neutral, right? I'll make it neutral. But I didn't realize how committed to neutral I was about to get. I make the cake, gray frosting, gray sponge, silver fondant clouds on top for style. When I tell you this thing looked like it was baked in the afterlife, I mean it. It looked like the ghost of a cake, like something you'd serve at a robot's funeral, visually depressing. Flavor-wise, chef's kiss. But if sadness had a color palette, it was this. So reveal day comes. Everyone's dressed up, there's music, people are taking photos. My sister's glowing, my mom's beaming. Everyone's talking about how excited they are for the reveal. Then they bring out my cake. Everyone circles around it. Phone's out, camera's ready. My sister's husband cuts into it, pulls the first slice out, and the entire room goes silent. It's gray, inside and out. You could feel the confusion in the air. People are whispering like, "Wait, what does gray mean?" One aunt literally asked, "Is it twins? Like one of each?" My sister turns to me with this tight smile that says, I'm furious but pretending not to be because people are watching. Then she pulls me aside and hisses, "Why would you make it gray?" That's so passive-aggressive, and I'm standing there holding the cake knife like, passive-aggressive? No one told me the gender. I literally had no data. I told her, "You said neutral." I gave you neutral. You wanted a surprise and look, surprise. It's gray. She did not find that funny. Now my mom's all over me, saying I embarrassed the family, that I should have tried harder. Tried harder to do what? Summon the gender from the astral plane? Contact the baby through dreams? And my sister's husband, bless his soul, is standing there like, yeah, I guess gray is technically neutral. Everyone eventually laughs about it, but my mom, still salty. She says I should have checked more or called around. Like, who exactly? The hospital? "Hi, I'm calling on behalf of a cake. Can you tell me if it's a boy or a girl?" After the party, my sister texted me, "You could have at least done white or yellow." And I just replied, "Gray is the truest neutral there is." But here's the kicker. Later, she admits that the person who was supposed to email me the info never actually found out the gender themselves. So even if they had emailed me, they wouldn't have known what to say. So in a way, the gray cake was perfect. Because no one knew. Everyone at that party was surprised. Even me. And honestly, I stand by it. That cake made a statement. It said, "This baby transcends color palettes." Still, my mom's telling everyone I ruined the reveal. My sister says I was being sarcastic on purpose. But all I did was follow directions. No gender, make it neutral, and deliver on time. So I ask you, am I the hole for making the most neutral gender reveal cake in history? Or am I just a baker who did exactly what I was told, down to the last shade of gray? Because honestly, at this point, I'm thinking of starting a new business line, mystery cakes, for when no one knows anything. And hey, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. What color would you have made the cake if no one gave you the info? Stay tuned. I've got even crazier stories coming soon.